On today's episode of Lo and Barb's Takes the World, we are going to be talking about a topic that I feel like is super important, which is things that we believe that would offend most people. So I think that this is going to be a fun one for us, but it's one that hopefully you're watching this is going to challenge you as well. So
I think it'll be a good perspective. I've never talked about these things before on social media, so
let's get into it. Okay, so first thing, most people don't actually want freedom, they want comfortable instructions. I feel like people look at both of us and we have our own businesses, we're constantly traveling, we have no kids, we have our own income, we don't have any dependents. Like, we can literally do what we want, when we want, how we want to do it.
not currently in relationships either.
Single.
Single. So,
Ladies.
yeah, I feel like people want the what, but not the how, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I think people say they want freedom, but then, like, they really just want, I think, comfortable, like the comfortable instructions part is like the idea that they just want, like, to have everything directly set up for them. Like, what's the step-by-step process of how to get there? They want still the comfort and the security of what predictability is. But then when you have, if you want freedom, that comes with the unpredictableness of entrepreneurship, of doing your own thing, figuring things out. So it's like, do you actually really want freedom? Because there's a cost that comes with the freedom too. Or do you, like, always want a structured plan that creates certainty and security instead? Like, I feel like that's, people like glorify that freedom, but I feel like they just don't really understand how to, like,
Well, I'm sure you have this too. Like, I talk about what I do and how I do it all the time as far as fitness, even like with like this new lifestyle that I have. And still every single day in many ways people ask me, how did you do it? But how did you do it? But how long did it take? And I'm like I don't think like that when I want to do something. I just think like, what are the resources that I need to figure it out? And what are intelligent questions that I can ask the people who know how to do it? But I don't think like teach me, help me. I don't think like that. Like, and I think that's a key factor in obtaining freedom is being willing to take the steps, the uncomfortable steps and go through the process. People don't want to go through the process.
like the failure, the lessons that you have to go through to figure it out.
Yeah, because it's going to be different for every single person. Like, my journey is different, my decisions are different, my desires are different because of my upbringing, my life. Like, it's so unique for everyone, the process that they're going to go through. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one, that part. Second one that we wrote down is that this one's gonna piss people off. It's probably gonna offend a lot of you guys. You can love somebody and still choose yourself. I think that's like the heavy part on the single thing. Single.
Yeah, because I think we both desire like a healthy, fulfilling partnership, but at the same time, we like both know who we are. We both know where we're going. We both know what we want, and not a lot of number one, not a lot of people do. Number two, we're okay with parting ways with anything that doesn't coincide.
That's what I always say. Like, if it doesn't lead me in the direct, like, path or avenue of what I want to accomplish, it's a no. So if
Yeah.
it, like, excuse me, takes me off the course, and that can be relationships, it could be a career choice, opportunities, it could be anything. If it doesn't scream that it's going in the right direction for what I want, then the answer is no. So I'm okay sacrificing, and being emotional about something and, like, having to let something go. And yes, that's still sad, but, like, my peace and happiness is, like, so much more important than, like, the short term sadness that I would have of, like, cutting someone off essentially.
And there's people, I'm not saying one's better than the other because there's people who genuinely find happiness in like collaborating with their partner and wherever life takes them and figuring out a new direction if there's like isn't working for the relationship. There's people who are like that, and if that makes them happy, that's really good, but it's not us.
But, well, I was gonna say, like, I do want that though. I just don't think I've seen that. That's been the biggest thing. Like, every time I end up connecting with someone, the moment I feel that I have to, like, compromise myself in order to be with them is the moment I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna work. Or when I did choose to try to do it and then I was so miserable, I was like, oh, like, long term, if I can't do this for a day,
Yeah.
like, how, and I can't see myself doing it for 12 days or 12 years or a whole lifetime, there's no way I'm going to do it now. So I'm just going to like cut something. So I think that that's like, yeah, like choosing, I'm going to choose myself every single time. I just think the part here is that most people are just afraid to be alone. And that's like the part that's going to offend people. It's like, are you okay being by yourself and not having your identity wrapped around someone else's life?
Yeah.
That's really the question. Because most people, like, they can't stand on their own feet by themselves. Like, financially, they might be okay or whatever. Their career might be fine. But, like, as a person, they're not really happy with who they are, what they've done, how they're showing up. And, like, them enmeshing themselves with someone else to give themselves a purpose is, like, the only, like, that's the thing that becomes their purpose. And it's like, what?
You think it's like a validation thing?
For them?
Yeah, like they don't want to be alone because of the validation of another human being, even if
It's like that thing we read today that just pretty much is like,
letting people go. Yeah.
well, no, the book that we were reading, like the quote for today, yeah, like letting people go, but it's like, it's just that idea of like the comfort of not being by yourself. Like, it's like, are you really, is that person really providing insane value for your life? Like, is actually someone like, wow, this is amazing? Or is that person just making you less lonely?
Yeah, because I'll see women like even that I respect in some. I've been that woman in like some questionable relationships, questionable decisions, and it's hard. Like it's not like it's easy to be like, you know what, I'm gonna just do me because this is getting embarrassing. It's hard because you want love and you want acceptance and you want companionship, but
I think people just get like, the idea of not being in that thing is more uncomfortable than just knowing what they get out of that thing. Like when you're presented a situation, at least you know it's predictable.
Yeah.
And you know what you can expect.
That's true.
So I feel like people kind of just get like, well, this is this.
Yeah, and she read something earlier that says that it's like it's the familiar hell over unfamiliar heavens.
The familiar risk. Like everyone takes the risk that's more familiar.
Right.
Yeah.
And look, I'll be honest, I've fallen victim to it for sure before at a point. But
I ended a whole engagement.
Not no more. She ended an engagement, you know?
Yeah.
So
okay, the next one. Nobody is coming to save you, and that's great news. That part, it's like one of those things, okay? So, like, things we believe in that would offend most people. I feel like people understand that no one's here to save you, and that's a great part. But I kind of want to talk to the downside of that. Like, that's the good part, and that's also the bad part. Like, this is going to offend you for sure. But understand no one is coming to save you. So, your life, your relationships, your happiness or lack thereof, your fulfillment, your joy that you do or don't experience, like your presence, how much you're experiencing life versus just going through the motions is directly correlated to you. Like it is, you are directly responsible for that. And it's like, if you don't recognize that and you don't want to take full control of that, then like, just know, like that's a choice.
yeah, but like as someone who grew up around like people who were definitely in their victim mentality, and that's all I knew till up to a point, like it was daunting when people, like the first time I heard no one's coming to save you, but mostly because I didn't know or believe I could save myself. Like I'd never seen it, I'd never done it. But now that I know I can give myself everything that I want, that I am like a trustworthy person to like rely on, it's the best news ever, because I'm like, I got it, I'm gonna take care of it. Like I can do that for myself. I can give that to myself. And my therapist says all the time, my therapist, we're working on things, and she's like, whatever you're wanting out of a relationship, give that to yourself first. Like make sure you're giving it to yourself first. So I think it's the ultimate power, but it's the ultimate like accountability.
It may not be your fault, but it's certainly your responsibility. Okay, next on the list. Something that's gonna maybe offend you guys, but something that we really believe in is that your friend group can absolutely keep you broke. I'm like so big on this. Those of you guys who know, I'm in the sales space. Those of you guys who don't know, I do sales and teach high ticket sales. So, hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. But that is like one of the biggest things you have to cut is your friend group. Everyone always says this, but like you are an accumulation of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those people don't make a lot of money, have a terrible, shitty mindset, self-deprecate, talk shitty about themselves or about their experiences or like how life is happening to them and are in their victim, like when you look at them, if you are disgusted, just understand that's what you look like.
Yeah, but like And like for me, like it's like very cut and dry. I know probably for you too, but like for a lot of people, it's very hard because they don't fully understand this. Like I'll just like look at somebody's whole situation and like pick up on their energy and be like,
Yeah, no.
you ain't going where I'm going. No,
I
that's
have
okay.
2 friends.
She has 2 friends, and I have one.
No. You have one more friend?
Kayla?
You're adopting my friend.
No, I don't know who we're talking about. Who is it?
What? I said you. Who's your friends? You only have one friend?
Right now, like I'm only locked in with you right now. She calls me every day, guys.
Okay, well, I have 2 friends. Kayla and you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next topic we have is, that was not the one I wanted. Okay. Being realistic is often socially acceptable pessimism. Like when people are like, I have to be realistic. Thoughts on that?
Yeah. For me, like my life has changed so drastically, not even in the last year, and probably like the last like 8 months. And every time I accomplish a new goal, I'm like, wow, I was thinking really small. Like, but I wanted to be realistic because I wanted it to feel attainable. And being in the fitness space, people set such small goals where I know the speed at which body change can happen and exactly how it can happen. They don't have any concept of it, so they're setting such small goals, and it's honestly holding them back. Because I'm now, like, one of my favorite books is The Magic of Thinking Big. I'm now a believer of like shoot as high as you can, put like Elon Musk type work behind it, and you'll get way further than you thought you could. So that's my thought on it.
That's like why I do my scripting the way I do it. It's like you hear people online. I actually think this is what I hate about the online space is that everybody's like, be Delulu. And then most of the people actually aren't being Delulu. Or like they're just actually being in the true essence of delusional. Like they're thinking beyond what their actual ability is. Like they're like, I want to piss from my eyeballs.
Yeah.
Do it right now.
Yeah.
Do it right now. Pee from your eyes.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You can't do it. Like, don't be a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah.
But like, why I script and how I script in my journals so I can manifest things into physical formation is like one of the major ways that like I have removed that idea of like being realistic to making something that could be like so far off the spectrum, like delusional, but like bringing it into an actual reality that I feel like can work. So the scripting thing, to give you guys a quick summary on this, because like so many people ask me about it, I literally script my life in the future, or like that, like it's already happened. So for instance, today is what, August 18th. Like I would script something today that I know for a fact has already happened, and I will build out a whole scenario. Like, let me just use my business as an example. So me doing $500,000 months is actually not very far from my future. And one of the things that I would do today is I would write out like a scenario that would describe what happened, how it worked, how it made me feel, like even the day. And when I say the day, not like actually the date, because if you do that, that's also you trying to like have scarcity and like force stuff into your life. It's not about that. Timing is timing, and it needs to happen when it's ready for you and when you're ready for it. But when I talk about this $500,000 month, I talk about how it makes me feel, how my team feels, how we celebrate it, like just the energy around it, so I can energize it, and I script it. So it'll be like I'm reading a story. So today I'll write it as if it's already happened. I'll be like, yeah, we got on the call, and you know, my assistant read off the number, $501,000.32. And, you know, Jazz was feeling this way. Jalen was like this. We were celebrating that. Like, I felt amazing, and it felt the easiest for me. I never felt so free. Like, I will talk about it again in like past tense, like it already happened. So just kind of giving you an idea of like what I mean by scripting. But this is where like everyone around us has made it like socially acceptable to be like realistic, which is very pessimistic. It's just like, yeah, just be realistic of your goals. And what they're doing is like they're shutting you down and limiting you. And what you have to do is not be like that, and genuinely get like Barb's was saying, just like think about your life in the most grand scheme way. Like this is where like romanticizing your life, like why the fuck not? Like why not do that? You know?
Yeah. And I think like my benefit is like I've alchemized so many things so where I've seen such drastic change at this point. But I think it kind of goes into like like with the scripting, like what you have is like where your threshold is. Like everything you have is your threshold. So she's kind of like going into her mind and changing her threshold before it happens, and then it has to happen because she has a new threshold. So
Yeah, that's like the unknowing. That's the like you can only do things and make decisions based on your current level of consciousness. And if
right.
your current level of consciousness is like only where you can pick from because you're not willing to like think beyond that or like put yourself in positions to find resources to think bigger than that, then like yes, that is actually your reality, and yes, that is realistic, and yes, you will do just what you said you wanted to do, which is just very minimal. So like there's power in your words because and there's power in your intentions because once you start to challenge those things, the ceiling increases, and then like the action will follow that. So it's a big one. Next on our list, some relationships only work because one person has abandoned themselves. This one's gonna sting like a motherfucker.
I've been there.
That was you?
Yeah, guys, I'm divorced. So I was in a marriage, and it only worked because I was like, whatever you want, and I wasn't happy, and self-worth thing, yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna leave that one.
Don't leave it, you know.
Like, I mean, that just says everything. Some relationships only work because one person has abandoned themselves. I ended my engagement because I was like, yeah, no, I can't be the
What is
a
self-abandoning?
version.
Define that for the people.
Well, this is kind of like I talk about like being the villain in people's story, and everyone's always like, "Oh, I don't want to be the villain in someone's story." Like, so what we do is we kind of people please and whatever. No, like someone's gonna call you the villain in their story simply because you could no longer maintain the version of the version of yourself that they needed in order for them to feel big.
Or you were an inconvenience, or like I've canceled trips. I've like cut things off right where they need to be cut off, and it was just incredibly inconvenient and shocking and all this stuff. But like like there's a saying, but I can't think of it. It's like, how long are you going to keep going down the wrong path? Like once you realize you're on the wrong path, like you should cut it off. You know, not like after any certain point. So yeah, self-abandoning is just, you have to know also like who you are and like what you want, and then you can realize when you're doing it and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Next topic on this: things we believe that would offend most people. I like this one too. You shouldn't need your partner, but you should deeply want them. The reality is, and it kind of goes back to our previous point, you have to find the fulfillment within yourself. Most of the people I know are so afraid to be alone.
yeah,
Not afraid of the dark.
you should tell them about the conversation that you, me, and Kayla had. We were like, we're all beautiful and successful and all that, and we're all single.
Yeah. We're all single because it's like we would rather like find relationships with people, even if that's platonic,
Yeah.
that would would fill these cups. Like I will not settle for someone who will not show up like how Kayla shows up for me. Like I come into town, she drives 40 minutes to pick me up from the airport. She will decorate the place before I get there. She will have my snacks and foods ready for me. She knows my schedule. She knows I wake up at 4:37 every single day. She will like communicate to people there that like, hey, Lo's coming into town and I have to help her with XYZ. Like my friend will prioritize me in this sort of way versus like, I don't know, some fucking loser who I met a few months ago who thinks that they want to show up for me in a certain way and then actually can't do that. Like, no. And I think like in general, when it comes to like, I want to find that fulfillment in my friendships. I want to find that fulfillment within myself. I want to be able to set those standards of what I want for myself, because it kind of goes back to that last point about abandoning yourself. When you get with people, you stop doing the things you need to do for you because you start adhering to what they need. And then you start losing yourself and your goals and your aspirations. I don't want to need someone to be able to feel full, to feel all those things, because at the end of the day, it'll never do that. It'll always be like I'm breaking boundaries for myself in order to adhere to what this person needs, and then you lose yourself. Like I want my partner and deeply love that partner, and experience that partner and experience a relationship. There's like an affirmation that I say that's like, I'm no longer like controlling or managing a relationship. I'm actually experiencing one.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, but do we know the difference between needing and deeply wanting? Like, where's the line? You know,
Where is the line?
where is the line? I don't know.
Deeply wanting is when you don't like, when there's nothing that this person is taking from you and you can have the space just to want them. It's kind of like, okay, in my life, I don't need for anything. Literally, I make enough money, more than enough money for me to be okay. I like have done enough work where I'm conscious, I'm aware, I'm spiritually attuned, like I feel good in myself. I'm mentally like healthy, going to therapy, having great friendships, relationships, health wise. I'm taking care of myself. I'm at the gym. I'm taking my supplements. I'm aware of like what's happening in my body. I'm healthy. I'm alive. I don't need for anything. I want a deep relationship with someone.
I think my thing is like there's always a level of like compromise that I don't know where the line is with that of like how much do I bend, you know?
I don't think that there is one.
You don't think
Maybe
so?
that's me being like naive and 33, but like, and I haven't been married.
Someone else, a new character comes in with their own ecosystem.
There's a
and
part of me that just feels like that. It like there's a part of me that wants to surrender so much to the universe and to God to know that God up until this point has laid every person in my life that I am supposed to meet at that time in that way, that the universe will place that person in my life who will serve in that way. Now, are we talking about, are we going to eat tacos on Tuesdays or tacos on Fridays? And are we going to have one night where we go out to eat together?
Yeah.
You know, am I going to be willing to
and you
like
wouldn't
try
pick
vegan
someone so fundamentally different that it's like
lifestyle and morals, ethics, and values are the two things I'm picking a partner from.
Yeah.
So like morals, ethics, like your beliefs, your character, those things, and then your lifestyle. Do you work out every day? Like, do you take care of yourself? Like, if you don't work out, like, so like that lifestyle piece fits every part. Like,
just high standards,
just
high
literally
standards
high standards and like low maintenance.
Do you believe in like forever?
I'm not opposed to not having that, but I'm also like just more so surrendering and creating space for this person to be placed into my life. And that person, like I said, the adhering and bending to those little things will not feel like adhering and bending. It won't feel like that because you actually will want to do that. Yeah. It's like need versus want. You'll want to do those things for that person.
I agree.
People you are not meant to be with, it will never feel like you want to. It will feel like a need. So like
you could feel the take.
Literally for two different people who are like one's aligned and who's not aligned, the same thing that they're asking of you would probably feel like a want for one of them and a need for the other if the alignment's not on. Like that's what I feel like will happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like there's shit that, I mean, again, I'm gonna keep using Kayla as an example. It's like you guys are like, wow, are you guys together? We're not, like, but we probably should be. But like using her as an example, like, is there shit that she does that like if I was to compare her to like a previous partner that does as well? Yes, but like the upside to everything else that she brings.
That's true, because somebody could do something you're like, aw, and the other person does it, you're like, oh,
like she breathes so heavily out her nose. I'm like, why are you breathing so heavy?
She hates when people breathe heavily. She told me that the other day.
That's my stimulation, like autism thing. It's like overstimulating.
Guys, how strong do my hands look?
So strong.
Do my hands look strong?
Yes, like I feel like you could carry me and so many things with that.
With my one hand.
Just the one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like she breathes so crazy. She does.
Kayla, don't watch this.
No, she's gonna watch this and she's gonna know. She's gonna be happy that we're just talking about her, to be honest.
Apparently I do too, so damn.
But like when we're walking, I'm like, why are you breathing heavily? Like you look this fit, like you should do better.
People have deviated septums, okay?
Do better.
We can't.
Anyway, so like with her, it's like she has something that might annoy me because my ex-fiance used to breathe so fucking heavy too. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yo,
shut the fuck up.
so
Like
real.
he would breathe and I'd be like, stop breathing. You know what I'm saying? And then
Again?
Yeah. Are you? You have to keep doing this? Yeah, exactly. But like,
That's so funny.
she'll do that. But like, I'm just like, it's still annoying to me. But I'm like, like, how dare I even when she is so many other things?
Yes, it's different.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
people.
Right. So like, a need versus want there. Like, yeah. I think that is like a whole.
I get it.
Yeah. All right. Next one on the list. Working on yourself can become another form of avoidance. That's a truth.
Yeah.
All of you guys are like, I'm so woke. I work on myself.
I've been working on myself. I see the post today, and the girl was like, "Am I mature if I just been like living alone and single for a long ass time?"
No.
I was like, "Damn, no outside influences."
Yeah. The thing is this: working on yourself can become another form of avoidance because you don't learn about yourself through only just self
Yeah.
independent work. You
Yeah.
learn more about yourself in relationship, and
That's
that's the
true.
hardest part. Is like the moment like you're so good on your own, you think you are. This just happened to me. I was just in a ship, not a situation ship, but like a thing with someone that I was trying to like grow with. Well, because people think it's a situation ship. It wasn't. It wasn't complicated in that sense. Like there was still intentionality about it.
Yeah.
But in this thing with this person, like, what was my point on this? It was such a good point. I forget.
What was the thing?
Working on yourself could become another form of avoidance.
I don't know what your point could have been
My
there.
point was like
You were in a situation, and it was intentional.
Oh yes, this person had been single for like over a year, and was like working on themselves, going to therapy. That was one of their like stepping stones, or I guess like their foundational points of why they were ready, prepared to be in a relationship with someone like me. Because when we first connected, I was like, hey, these are my intentions. Like, or he asked me, what are your intentions? And I asked him. I think it's important to do, like, not to like set us up to be like, you know, we're trying to get married today, but it's just like, what are we doing, right? Like, are we here to like fuck around and find out type shit, or are we here to like build something? And so we both had established that we were intentionally trying to talk so we could do something moving forward. So his thing was like, yeah, I've been single for a year, I've been going to therapy and working myself, so on and so forth. As soon as we got together, everything started coming up for him in his whole entire life. Why? Because I was a mirror for every trigger, every situation to be thrown in his face. And it's like, whoa, this is crazy. Of course, it's going to feel like chaos because this whole year that he's been spending by himself, it's technically avoiding what he really needs to work on because he wasn't confronted with it.
Yeah, and I had a year of celibacy before I turned 30. I just really wanted to do that. And I was like, I feel so good. I feel so level-headed, clear-headed. I'm doing so well. Then I got in a relationship and I was like, ooh. I was like, oh my God. So like it's so real, but everyone's a mirror to everyone. So it's it's true.
Let's see. We'll do like one or two more. Things we believe in that would offend most people. Loyalty without alignment is self-betrayal.
Yeah. We're not matching. You're not meeting my needs. Am I meeting your needs? But I'm gonna stay here is crazy.
You don't have to stay accessible to people just because they knew an older version of you. I'm going through this at the moment.
Oh.
Yes. This is like that shit.
They knew an older version. I know a lot of people like that, to be honest. A lot of people, since like I got on Instagram or whatever, have come try to spin the block.
Out
and
the
I'm like, you
woodworks.
don't know me no more. This is a different Mariah.
Yeah. You just said your name different.
And Mariah.
You said it weird. Like, why do you say your name different ways?
Because I don't really know how to say it.
I just need there to be consistency.
I don't really know how to say it. And nobody calls me my name and I answer to anything. So we don't know how to say my
You
name.
answer to anything?
Literally.
Girl?
Amaria and Mariah. As long as you're talking to me, I don't have time to correct you.
Things we believe that would offend
And
most
that's
people.
one of my things that would offend people.
You don't have to stay accessible to people just because they knew an older version of you.
No, that's real.
Yeah. Sometimes community is conformity, wearing prettier clothes.
Yeah. Do you have like a hometown where like time just stands still and everybody's just there circulating?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back to visit my niece and I was just like, wow, you're all here. You're all here doing the same thing.
And then
Supporting each other.
I'm going to end with this banger. This is actually a really, really, really good one. So, peace can feel boring when you're addicted to intensity, or I'm going to add here, chaos. Those of you guys who have not been working on yourself, like haven't spent time to kind of like go through your trauma, your childhood shit, any of that sort of stuff, chaos and intensity will always feel magnetizing. You will be so attracted to the wrong partners, the wrong opportunities, the wrong relationships, everything wrong, simply just because of the intensity that chaos creates. Like that trigger, that trauma response of chaos is something that you're so used to. It's ingrained in your blood. It's like DNA for you at this point. It will make everything else feel boring, and like because it's boring, it must be wrong. Or it's not good, or it's not safe. But
Or
for
there's
you,
not progress happening.
yeah, but for you, chaos and intensity means that like there's growth. It's that feels good to you because that's what you're used to, and you're just addicted to that. That also was in my last ship. This person was addicted to chaos. They were chaos,
In relationships, you confuse it for like chemistry.
chemistry and intensity.
And in life, you confuse like boredom with like not making progress and busy work with making progress when sometimes it's preventing you from making.
Like you ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you're just exhausting yourself.
Yes. So, if you're watching this, and any of those points hit for you, right? Love for you guys to comment down below. Let
Yes,
us
please
know
comment.
which one maybe I'm calling you out on, or we're calling you out on, that you feel like we need to work on. Also, feel free to add some yourself, like things that you believe in that would offend most people. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube.
Put that in there. Was that a good one?
Yeah, I think that was good. Want to do it one more time? I liked your first one.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And yeah, let us know if you like more of these. I like this topic. This one was good.
I was very engaged. I hope you were.
I was. This was like a fast 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sweating.
Bye.
Bye.